Wait, before you scroll past this, what you are about to hear might be one of the most talked about referee controversies in international football this year. We are talking about Lionel Messi, one of the greatest players to ever touch a football, and a moment that had millions of fans absolutely stunned. So stay right here because this story gets wild. If you are new to this channel, hit that like button and subscribe right now because we cover football stories just like this one every single week, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. All right, let us get into it. Argentina versus Algeria, two proud footballing nations, a highly anticipated clash that had fans buzzing long before the first whistle was blown. Argentina, the reigning World Cup champions, walking into this match with all the confidence in the world. Algeria, a squad with serious talent, hungry, motivated, and looking to prove a point on the international stage. Nobody expected this game to go quietly, and it did not. From the very first minute, the intensity was there. Physical battles all over the pitch, both teams pressing hard, fans in the stadium and millions watching at home all leaned forward. What exactly did they see? What was being reviewed? And more importantly, what decision was about to be made? Now here is where things get really interesting. The VAR review took time. The referee walked over to the pitchside monitor, watched the replay, and came back with a decision. And that decision sparked an enormous debate that is still going on today. Depending on which side of the argument you are on, you either believe justice was served, or you believe the entire thing was handled completely wrong. The argument from one side is straightforward. Messi was involved in a foul, and according to the laws of the football, if the foul met a certain threshold, he should have been shown a red card, or at the very minimum, there should have been serious consequences. The phrase you have been hearing everywhere is this: Messi should have gone off. And a lot of people believe that deeply. But here is the other side of the conversation. Football is a contact sport. Challenges happen. And the question that always comes up in these VAR situations is whether the technology is being used correctly or whether it is being used to overanalyze moments that, in real time, would simply be waved on and forgotten. Critics of VR have long argued that the system disrupts the natural flow of the game and sometimes creates controversy rather than solving it. And that is exactly what happened here. The decision that came out of that review had fans on both sides reacting strongly. Algerian supporters felt their team was not protected. They felt the decision did not reflect what actually happened on the pitch. There was a sense of frustration, a sense that the biggest name on the field was being given treatment that a lesser-known player would never receive. That is a serious accusation, and it deserves to be taken seriously. On the other side, Argentina fans and neutrals who watched the replay carefully argued that the incident was being blown out of proportion, that the contact was minimal, that Messi had no intention of doing anything harmful, and that VAR was being weaponized to create drama where there was none. This is the tension at the heart of the modern game. VAR was introduced to bring clarity, to eliminate the truly terrible decisions, to make football fairer, and in many cases, it has done exactly that. But moments like this one remind us that the technology is only as good as the people interpreting it. And when human judgment is still required, controversy will always follow. What makes this story even bigger is who is at the center of it. This is Messi, a man who has won everything there is to win in football. A man who carried Argentina to World Cup glory. A man who, at this stage of his career, every football fan on the planet has an opinion about. When Messi is involved in any controversy, it does not stay quiet. It becomes global news within hours. And that is exactly what happened here. Social media exploded. Former players weighed in. Pundits debated it on television. Coaches were asked about it in press conferences. The clip was shared millions of times. And the conversation quickly moved beyond just this one incident into something much larger about how VR is changing football, about how star players are perceived differently, and about whether international football's officiating standards are where they need to be. Algeria, for their part, deserves credit in this conversation. Their players competed hard. Their fans showed up with incredible energy, and their reaction to this incident was not born out of nothing. It came from a genuine belief that something unfair had taken place. Whether you agree with that belief or not, it is important to acknowledge where it comes from. And Argentina, as always, moved forward. Messi continued playing. The match went on, but the controversy did not disappear. It lingered. and it will continue to be a talking point for weeks to come. So what does this all mean for football going forward? It means the conversation about VAR is not finished, not even close. Governing bodies, referees, coaches, and fans all need to keep pushing for better standards, more transparency, and clearer communication around these decisions. When a review happens and nobody fully understands why or what criteria were used, that is a problem. That erodes trust, and football cannot afford to lose the trust of its fans. Here's what I want to know from you. Do you think VAR made the right call in this situation? Do you believe MESSI should have been removed from the game? Or do you think the entire review was unnecessary? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Because I know this community has strong opinions and I want to hear every single one of them. And if you think someone else needs to see this video and weigh in on the debate, share it with them right now. The more voices in this conversation, the better. This is exactly the kind of football discussion that reminds us why we love this sport so much, even when it drives us absolutely crazy. See you in the next one.